I used to run away from home because I never wanted to do the house chores. So I used to run. I remember I was an electrician and I had my boda. So I could just wake up in the morning, put on an envelope to show my mom that I'm going to work. Then I drive my motorcycle. I go to my friend's place. It was very hard because they do you know what they started calling me? Instead of Stuart FX Flipper, because I wanted that name, they started calling me Stuart FX.
Welcome to a very special edition of the Bullish Banter podcast, and we are presenting to you live from FXPesa Uganda. Now, in this edition, you might be wondering why you're not seeing Rufus, you're not seeing Jesse around, but this is to let you know that we have an FXPesa in Uganda, and we do offer a variety of services from free classes to our trade talks, and there's a lot in the channel. But do not forget that all these services are offered in all our locations in Kenya and in Tanzania at any of our offices. So nonetheless, I am Emmanuel Boto, and I will be your host for today's edition. Now, with me today, I have a very, very interesting figure, one of Uganda's very own and Uganda's finest, the Flipper himself, Stuart FX Flipper. Say hello to the people.
Hello guys. Thanks for the introduction. It was very nice, and as Sam has told you, I'm Stuart FX Flipper, a CEO of Flipper Academy, and I'm very excited to be here with you guys.
Wow, quite amazing. It's quite amazing to see the things you've done in your period of time in the market. So, Stuart FX Flipper. So, someone out there may be wondering, who is this Flipper? Of course, they might have heard a lot about you, the $1 million trader, the big baby in the industry. So, who are you and where do you come from? Give us an insight of how did you come about to be Stuart FX Flipper, the Flipper part of it all at the end of the day.
Okay, so basically my story is long, but I'll cut it short. I have ever tried to trade crypto before, with those things of trading crypto, but then I never had that knowledge of crypto also. So basically, that's how I was watching a YouTube comedy, and then some.
So you were a comedian at a point?
No. I was watching comedy. Let's leave that part. So I used to watch some comedies, and then I could be like, okay, I could see those guys like mentioning out some brokers that maybe can use this broker for forex trading, right? So that's when I was like, let me try out forex, because at first I thought crypto is better, right? So I decided to go. So maybe.
In your opinion, as now, forex is better than crypto to you?
Yeah, to me, forex is better. So because there, I never had even the range to trade. I was only doing some affiliates.
So which year was
crypto?
Which year was this context?
That year was 2022.
2022. So 3 years down the road.
Yeah, 3 years now. So basically, I downloaded the forex app. I told some colleague of mine that, I know forex trading, and then he said, okay, if you know, then let's try to get some funds, and then I would try forex. So as you know, in most cases you get the beginner's luck.
Of course, sometimes.
So I was making over $300 per day. That was very much money
from the start.
For an electrician, because I was an electrician.
You were an electrician.
I was an electrician, but in a day I could get only like in dollars, that's $6, $7.
So you would repair electrical appliances, or you're working with electric lines and stuff like that? What were you doing exactly in electricity?
I was doing all for housing, installing, and then I used to do also the pole services.
I've seen a video of you climbing an electric pole.
Yeah, sure. But I was literally also a beginner because I was just from school.
So you hadn't gotten mentorship or anything, you just started trading?
Yeah, sure. So I was from school, then I went for electricity. So I was also a learner, so I was earning that little amount, So when I started forex, I got that beginner's luck. Every day I could make like $300. I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't even know the payers. But if now since I know them, I remember that GBP USD, Euro USD. I knew gold later on.
So at the point, what were you using to trade?
So
had you learned something somewhere? Had someone given you a few tips somewhere, or you were just
no? I was just a risk. I was just a risk taker.
You're just a risk taker.
What I used to do, I don't advise anyone to do it, but that's what people call hedging. I think nowadays that's what people. Yeah. So I could be like, okay, if I enter with a small lot size, I didn't even know about lot sizes by then, but I used to if I enter with, let's say 0.01, and then the market drops, puts me in a loss, a big loss. So where it is, I just buy from there if I had sold. I buy with a big lot size to come and cover up. Yeah, it's very risky. Even my account, I could be like, okay, I'm having $2,000 as equity, but in drawdown, making profits.
For context, at least you had good equity in terms of cash flow at the moment.
I never had. I flipped. That's why I like flipping so much, because that guy put $20 and I flipped it to 50. Then tomorrow it was at 100. So when it was 100, I entered some trades in the morning. I didn't even know about sessions. I knew nothing. So when I entered, they were about to blow the $100. I called the guy. I told him that, man, add in some capital. So the guy added on 150 to make it $250. But I grew it up, but in a risky way, because being with you make like $1,000, but then you enter some trades, equity showing you have $1,000, but then you're having landing trades, even in losses, big losses. I never knew about news. I never knew anything. So it could reach a time in the evening, and then trades you see volatility is coming in. I don't know.
And you have no idea what's happening.
Yeah. So that's how I entered my forex.
Wow. So now, for context, at what point do you get down? Were you mentored? Did you just learn on YouTube? At what point do you make the logical decision to be that, you know what, now let me learn some more, or let me get a mentorship, if you are mentored for that case?
Okay. Basically, when I was in crypto, someone told me that I saw someone in forex. Okay, I had some. I would be like, okay, I'll go for forex, but I feared that in forex they make losses. But then someone told me that maybe you should be mentored.
You should be mentored.
You should be mentored.
And you were still doing crypto at the time.
Yeah, at the time. But then, to tell you the truth, someone who's earning $5 when he has gone on a site from electricity, he can't get $500 for mentorship.
True,
so basically, I used to go on YouTube. I used to go. I got a PDF. Most people use it. That's candlestick. That one. That's what I got first. But in my life, because everyone learns the hard way, the simple way. I've never gone for any mentorship class.
Wow, that's amazing. So now, someone out there may be in the same situation. They can't afford a mentorship or anything of the sort, right? So, what advice would you give them in terms of starting? Is YouTube a safe place to go?
It is a safe place to go, but then you can lose a lot. You can lose a lot. But then, if you really don't have, then where are you going to get the money? So what you do, there's a lot of free knowledge out there.
Amazing. Actually, on that same note, I would like to encourage our viewers out there that on FXPesa, the YouTube channel, we have a full playlist, novice to pro, so feel free to check it out, the right information. So anyway, back to Stuart. Let's see. Okay, so now, after that happened, at what point do you start actually making it in trading? Now that you're teaching yourself, and take us through a thought process of how did you come down to develop your strategy? Okay.
So before coming to that, I would like to tell people about maybe how they can learn now. Because let's say by that time, if I knew that maybe FXPesa was here, or a brokerage, like a forex brokerage, I could come to the offices.
Free classes
you understand? For the free classes that you guys have now. But then, back then, you know nothing. I didn't know any trader in life.
Wow. So it was just word of mouth. Someone told you about it and you just jumped in.
Then I started maybe searching. Then I said, okay, we even have Ugandans here who try to trade. Then,
all right. So what was your process like when you are adding this information up? The various information you're learning from YouTube and all that to try and formulate something that works for you?
Let me tell you one thing. It wasn't easy at all. Gathering that information isn't easy at all. It's very hard because maybe now you need to have forex, like people who do forex, like maybe friends, at least when they can guide you, give you this and this. But someone who's starting from scratch, you don't even know about news. You know nothing. It's very hard. Very hard.
Market.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's very hard, but then I suffered. I used to run away from home because I never wanted to do the house show. So I used to run. I remember I was an electrician and I had my boda.
Motorcycle.
Yeah, motorcycle. So I could just wake up in the morning, put on an envelope to show my mom that I'm going to work. Then I drive my motorcycle. I go to my friend's place. You understand? So they used to take me as at least used to what you know about the forex market. But it failed, of course, because you're also learning, you're helping out friends. So it was very hard because they do you know what they started calling me? instead of Stuart FX Flipper, because I wanted that name, they started calling me Stuart FX.
Struggling and things weren't
You
adding up
understand?
at the time.
I never talked to those guys again until when I made it. Helping someone and then they start calling it Stuart FX. You know what it means, man? It's very hard. It's very hurtful.
So now you speak about the flipping ideology of it. So at what point do you make that flip or that trade that changes your life? And how was it like to you?
Okay, then for flipping, why I liked it so much, because now there's a reason why I trade, and there's some accounts I try to flip now, but I'm into now more professional trading. But then the reason why I did that is because if someone earns $5, what do you expect me to do? I have to collect my $20, I come in the charts. I couldn't even afford like $100, $500, you understand? So for flipping, it's this is what I put in my head. People don't want to put forex trading in the daily life, like how we earn in the daily life. So for me, my issue was if even in a month I can't even collect 500K, that's $150. If I can't collect it, then but in forex trading, I used to flip $15 to $250. Like in a day, I used to flip like $15. I put it at like $150. Then tomorrow, I put it to $250. The next day, after putting out $250, I blow it up.
You blow it up without taking a withdrawal.
Yeah, without taking a withdrawal, because I never knew that maybe you have to get some money. It has to be in your pocket, that thing. So basically, that thing, you learn by process. So, but I was like, if I can't make $150 in a month when I'm struggling, but I can get $15 and I make an earning.
The 200 or the 100.
Yeah.
So you have to take out some.
Yeah. So when I did that process, I have you will see maybe people checking my Telegram channel. I got some CPI news, because for me, with news, I don't miss out. I always don't miss out.
So you're a news trader?
Yeah.
We shall get
basically. So I got $100 up to 25K USD. 100 in a day. You know what it means?
Wow.
In a day.
So how are you feeling when you saw the 25K?
I was scared, of course. You know that money scares. Of course, nowadays I see it as virtual money, but sometimes it scares. That much money scares.
Wow. So now, Stuart FX Flipper. So you spoke about flipping, right? Yeah. And it's something very, very tricky, because on one hand, people say it's gambling, potential lose a lot of money. But from what you've said, I tend to pick that you speak of something professional. That means there might be a system or a way you tend to do it. So is it gambling, or there is a system that you actually use to flip? So
someone who says that, what if I tell them that what you call professional trading is gambling too? How would they feel? What if you think that you're professional yet you're gambling? So the issue with it is here. That thing, with the time, you get to know what to do. So for me, my case is here. I can get 1M, that's $270 here. And I put it at 3,000 in a day. I can do that. I can do that every day.
So do you put any kind of risk to it, risk management?
Yeah, sure. I am coming there. So what I do, I don't put back the 10M. I come back with the 1M.
Come back with the 1M, the initial deposit?
Yeah, sure. That's what people don't know.
So what if it goes, the 1M goes, you put another 1M?
Because I'm already in profits of 9M. So I can't fail again 3 times.
So let me ask you a question. The first 1M you put, what happens if it goes?
What happens if it goes? Now remember, for me, I reached a stage whereby I've made money in forex trading. So if the 1M goes, of course I'll put the 1M. So let me show you one thing here. If someone is saying that maybe for us, we're here, we do what we call professional trading, then you put 1M. And then you're planning to lose 200K. Do you know why I don't do that? It is because to me, forex is emotional. So if I have 1M, I don't put the 1M. If it is only 1M I have, I'll go put 200K that I want to risk, so that I be emotion free.
So you put only your risk onto that?
Yeah, sure.
So in simple terms, if someone had $100, they wouldn't deposit the whole $100.
Don't deposit $20, because the thing is, it is the same. If I'm planning to lose 200K, I'll deposit 200K. Then for you, you deposit on M.
$100
But
and you
for
risk
me,
your
but for me, remember, for me, when I go in loss, I just add in more what? Positions. So it means I'm emotional. I'll go on growing there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, sure. You start having that emotional trading and stuff like that. So in simple terms, what you're saying is that somebody who's has $100, two people have $100, they want to risk, let's say, $20 each. For you, get $20 and fund only the $20.
Yeah, I make the account transfer and I fund only the $20.
While the other person will get his $100 and put a risk of $20, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but people don't know.
That's very, very interesting. All right, so anyway, let's come down to this. So, because why I ask that is because we have a lot of new traders and beginner traders who are really captivated by this style of trading. And it's really getting them all confused, and there's a whole lot of talk. So now, what advice would you give to people out there who feel like they would want to venture into this? Is it something they have to do, or is it something they have to learn over time?
Forex trading is very tricky. So someone should give it time. And then learn it, and then make it something of a daily basis. Like you should have passion with it. You should love it, like any other job.
All right. So now on that question there, on that same point there, you're a full-time trader, right? Yeah, sure. So as Stuart FX, what does your day look like? How are you always on the markets? Do you have other things you do? What do you do? What's your daily routine?
Okay, for me, since I can't go back in the hustling side, for me, I'm a full-time trader for this. We are going now in 3 years, because I started forex trading in 2023, and you've actually people who have been following me up. They have been seeing my progress, how I am growing steadily, what I've bought, cars I've bought. You understand? So, yeah. So with what I do on my daily routine, for me, I wake up. I can take like my trade is in the London, and then sleep again. So for me, basically, I'm a person who enjoys sleep. I be on bed, I wake up in the morning, make some analysis, take trades, I go in bed.
So you trade sessions, right?
Yeah, trade sessions, London and New York.
So you're an ICT trader, or you just
for me now, I do ICT SMC, I do price action, I do BTMM, and then some other conferences that I don't give up.
So now let me take your mind on this. There's a lot of concepts and a lot of strategies online, right? And of course, the arguments of this works best, this is the best, if you don't have this, you can't make it out. What's your overview on that? Is there one holy grail strategy, or everything works at its own time? Okay,
thank you for bringing that question. Because for me at first, I was, because I told you I went for candlestick trading Bible. So it means I was a price action trader. But let me tell you this, because now I know Forex now. So pure price action is good, but not more profitable on a daily basis. Remember, for us, sometimes we need money on a daily what? Basis. Yet, I sit under SMC concepts. When you have the best, when you pick out the best, for it can work out. So, basically, I sit under SMC is good. But then also price action has to be in your head. BTMM is always on my MT5. I also use it.
Yeah, because I've seen those moving averages on your charts actually. The purple thing, the 200, all that stuff of BTMM. So in simple terms, you're saying that it's okay, they all supplement each other. It's okay to have something from everywhere that works for you, right?
Yeah, because I might get a zone. Remember, this forex trading is very emotional. So you should get conferences that like give you more like confidence to enter trade. So I might find a zone. I'm having a support. I'm having a moving average. I'm having an FVG, a rejection on a block. You understand? So it means if I'm having a zone with some other what conferences that we use, you know those conferences. So if I'm having a zone where I want to sell and I have 4 confirmations, so what do you expect me to do?
Concepts.
You understand? So what do you expect me to do?
That's very amazing. It's very hard to find traders who actually give an overview like that. Many of them tend to want to deviate to, I'm an ICT trader entirely, I'm an SMT trader entirely, but that's a very, very important point over there. Now let's come down to something. There is a saying that says trading is probably, some people say 70, others say 80% are psychology, right? And then the rest is just technical analysis. Now, you've spoken about emotions time and again, right? Now, with your style of trading, whereby you're seeing those kinds of losses, you're risking everything you've funded, how do you go about the emotions and the psychological part of it?
Okay, those people who say that it is 70 or 80%, they should add some percentage. They should maybe.
Not enough. It's not there
It's
yet.
not enough. Because this thing is very, it's very emotional. But then, I'm going to show you one thing. If I've made 10M and I withdraw some 5M, I put it in my pocket here.
First pay yourself.
Huh? So the reason why I be confident that I even have something to eat, even my car will move tomorrow.
So it's important to withdraw something.
You understand? So I already know that I now have something to eat. So this 1M that I made out of the profits, it's very easy for me to come, okay, I've got an entry here, let me risk and hold. Now for me, another thing that I do, for me when I see the only money that I value is the money I have in cash. But the money in figures, to me, I see it as just figures. So I trade freely. For me, I got to know that risking, making loss is part of the game. Because, Emma, you've seen now this year the achievements that we have made, the things that we have bought. If I was doing the daily jobs here in Kampala, I couldn't have a quarter, even a half a quarter of what I have made. So for just in January, in Feb, you understand? So it means, for me, I'm like, okay, I've got everything in forex trading. When I make a loss, it's part of the game. Because these guys will be like, they'll give you 30K, they'll give you 40K. Will they complain? When you're withdrawing from FXPesa, have they ever complained that you're taking out 40K?
No,
Yet you deposited $200. Is it possible?
No,
so for me, why would I complain? If I made 40K today, tomorrow why don't I risk $1,000?
Very interesting, very, very interesting. So in simple terms, for someone to counter their psychology, it's important for them to pay yourself.
To pay yourself.
Because I've seen you buying cars time and again. You now have 3, right?
No, I've bought so far 6, but I left some 3 that now have the Mercedes Benz, then for the car for the company.
That's very interesting because I've also seen the mansion you're building and stuff like that. So anyway, now let's come down to this. Let's come to Uganda, right? So one of the reasons when someone speaks of a Stuart FX Flipper, there is that one trade that really went viral. And I want you to run us through what it felt like having that kind of trade. That kind of trade, because it was really, really mind-blowing.
Now, for me, I've got so many cases of those good trades that have went viral.
Those good trades.
And then at first, people were saying demos until they accepted. Because now they used to be like, they're seeing the progress. You understand? So at first I was like, it was very pressurizing. You should be having this. And remember, when I was just beginning and I'm making maybe profits, I could make some losses. You've posted 1M today, or you've posted like 200K USD, and then tomorrow you've grown some. And then what are you going to tell the public? You understand? Because I never knew what to do. But now, of course, now people are now used, because I've literally made good money, made some things out of it. And I think I'm one of the best traders here in Uganda. The real best traders here in Uganda.
I can't argue any less. I can't say more to it. Anyway, before we go to our conclusions, I would like to remind our viewers there that FXPesa has various academies around East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and we offer free education. So feel free to reach out, both physical and online. On top of that, in Uganda, on the 26th of this month, we have the first ever trade talk. So come through, let's interact, let's share ideas and everything going on. On FXPesa, we do have the Karibu bonus. So feel free to use the link in the description, create that account. Now, a very interesting story from Stuart FX Flipper here. So as we come to a conclusion, let's speak about, in your own words, where do you see the Ugandan trading industry, or East Africa at large actually, from Uganda to East Africa, where do you see it heading towards to?
Okay. When you look at other East African countries, they are a bit ahead of Ugandans in forex, right? So here, people are just now getting to know. We have actually influenced a lot of youths to enter into forex trading because now they can see the progress. So I think with time, people will stop seeing forex as something which is a scam, which is something very hard to do. And then with some time to come, you're going to have a lot of people. That's what I say.
Amazing. And you yourself, where do you see yourself in 5 years in this trading industry?
Now, for me, 5 years from now, That's a lot, because you might even not be knowing any trader here in Kampala again. Because the time that I've spent in the industry, I've made a lot. So anyway, I'm planning to make an academy that I've already made. I'm planning to get, because I'm getting help from maybe FXPesa here. So I'm planning to get a lot of new traders into forex trading. So I'll start maybe going to some schools. I'll start making some seminars and tours, maybe to inspire more people to
amazing. That's very, very interesting. And it's been a very amazing interview. I didn't know some of these things that you are actually using to get to where you are. And I believe someone out there may be able to replicate some of the information you've given out to us. So other than that, it's been a very amazing with our host today, with our guest, Stuart FX Flipper. And I hope you've learned something. But do not forget, the Bullish Banter is proudly sponsored by FXPesa. And yeah, there is a lot of things coming your way, a lot of events coming to your locations. So make sure you sign up for an account today. The Karibu bonus is there for you, and sign up for all the free resources that we give to you. Other than that, I am Emma, and see you on the next episode.